What's up, YouTube? So we're moving on, and GMC Terrain 2.4 owners chasing the secondary air injection problem. So you saw the video where the secondary air injection pump was full of water. We replaced that, ran it through a self-test. We heard it come on, energize, and then it failed. So this system runs a self-test diagnostic. I think it's 10 seconds. So you start the car up, the air injection pump comes on. If it doesn't see the readings and changes on the O2 sensor and the mass airflow sensor, it illuminates the warning light for secondary air injection malfunction again. So then I pulled the valves out in the back and commanded them on to make sure that they're flowing. I got some moisture and shit out of them. Somebody was in here. There's red RTV on there, which is not too bad. Just don't use too much of it or it'll clog the ports. So then I was like, all right, the air management valve solenoids work. The air's flowing through there and it's flowing well. And then we got the moisture out of it. So now the next part is, that's your inlets, air into the engine on both sides too. So you can see I took a snake, which is like a bicycle cable, and ran it in and out, in and out, in and out, trying to break up the carbon on the cylinder head side to break through. Then what I did is I took a vacuum hose and I shoved it down inside, which is like this, small vacuum hose, and fished it down inside so that it was probably 8 inches, 10 inches inside there. And then I sprayed it with brake clean through. Keep in mind the exhaust system's warm and hot. I don't know how hot, but warm. I sprayed brake clean through the hose, and then I used an air chuck, an air blower, and then just sprayed some brake clean in here, sprayed it, compressed air, sprayed it, compressed air, sprayed it, compressed air. And I did that on both sides of those inlet ports. And then what was cool was I actually started seeing smoke from the brake clean and the carbon mixing coming through. So what that tells me is that it made it down possibly into the catalyst, which was still hotter than the exhaust temperature, the engine, pistons, or cylinder head. This is my guess. I started seeing like a little cigarette smoke. So I did it again with brake clean and compressed air, brake clean, compressed air, working it, going back and forth. And then I heard it kind of like flow really good with the air. So I was like, all right, I'm definitely, seems like I'm clear inside the cylinder head, and it made it into the catalytic converter. And then I got a flashback. I actually had flames come up